You will destroy this world.
She is my world.
That was the... What's up? My name is Jordan Orm. I'm a professional film editor, and I've been able to edit some awesome films for brands like Nike, Google, Facebook, Amazon. I've also edited some music videos for artists like Justin Bieber, Post Malone, Roddy Ricch, Tyga, a ton of other people. All right, so LOL released, LOL. So LOL just released a new freaking cinematic. It's called Ruination. It's about to ruin my nation, if you know what I mean. Let's break it down from a film editor perspective.
The housing's loose again. What did you do to this thing?
Wow, I edited for a video game once, and you know, you always gotta have your little teen ESRB rating. You always gotta have that up for 5 seconds. So I don't know, if you're ever editing one of these things, remember, they'll get you if you don't have it up for 5 seconds.
The housing's loose again. What did you do to this thing?
You'll have it fixed by Monday.
Okay, so I haven't seen actually the other cinematics, but I was reading that Lucian just like freaking stabbed Thresh at one time, and I think that's a reference to why Senna is talking about that the housing
What did you do to this
is
thing?
loose.
You'll have it fixed by Mudtown. With currents and wind conditions, we can be there in 3 days.
Wow, this is beautiful. Story is always the first thing that we always have to worry about when you're editing, especially in narrative. And this is a short film that we're breaking down. So the first thing that we're worried about is narrative. So a little backstory: there is a queen that is inside of Senna. So when Senna was a child, she was like going out and walking around, and she got possessed by a queen when she was looking at like some wreckage or something. And so this queen is whispering inside of her, and the antagonist in this film is trying to get his queen back. And so that's the main conflict within the film, is they're both fighting over this queen. I like this wide shot to show our setting. Oh, did you notice that very, very slow dolly zoom on this shot? So a dolly zoom is a combination of when you zoom in the lens and then you move the camera. So as the camera is pushing in, the zoom lens is pulling out, and it creates this like warping effect where the background and the foreground are like moving against each other. So look at it. And it kind of creates this like stretching effect. The shot that made this famous is from Jaws. The most common time that a dolly zoom is used is when a character is getting taken out of their comfort zone, when they're noticing something that's crazy, when their mind is away from the world. And that's what's happening here. She's listening to the voice that's inside of her, and she's getting taken away from the current world that she's in.
The mist should be leagues from here.
Well, it saved us a trip.
I love that the editor and director chose not to reveal the mist right away, because it creates this feeling of intrigue and mystery as we're watching the cinematic. So she sees it, and so the mist is here by now. She sees it, she's walking towards it. Now Lucian sees it, they're still walking towards it. He's talking about it. We're like, what the frick are they? What is it? What's the mist? Like, show me the freaking mist. And they wait. It's that delayed gratification.
Saved us a trip.
And then you see it. Oh, that's amazing.
Hey, we don't run from darkness.
Wow. We're in this together.
You light the way.
Come on, Lucian, let's go. Wow. Look at this frame. Okay, League of Legends, I see you with your cinematics. This is a beautiful image. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's just beautiful. Ooh, that was a good way to get into the mist. So you see that wipe? Now this was a creative way to get into the mist, where we have this wipe that comes across the screen, and then boom, we're inside the mist. We got creatures running at us. It's amazing. That sound right when they got to that like wah, 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 totally reminded me of KDA. So in narrative storytelling, we always have a thing that's called the inciting incident. And the inciting incident is something that happens that's out of the main character's control that sets them on this journey of the conflict that they're going to be fighting. The inciting incident in this film is the mist just appearing. And so boom, the mist appears and now they're like, frick, we got to fight it. We got to take this thing out. Great job having the inciting incident happen within the first minute of the cinematic, because the inciting incident needs to happen as fast as possible in your films so we can get into the actual conflict and the meat of the story. Wow, the music in this is beautiful. We can get some from Hook Sounds. This video was brought to you by Hook Sounds. Hook Sounds is a royalty-free music site with more than 3,000 tracks to use in your films, commercials, YouTube videos, and more. All of the music is made by in-house musicians, so you know there's some human love behind those records. If you need just a single track for your project, Hook Sounds has you covered with a single-use license. Or, if you're like me and you freaking need music all the time, the subscription option is by far the most useful. And right now, if you use the code Jordan10, you will receive 10% off your dope subscription with Hook Sounds. So grab that deal and start creating with Hook Sounds.
You don't belong here.
I have crossed through death and ruination to get back to her. Return, my queen.
You will.
Wow. Okay, so we have this scene where we're talking with our antagonist and we're like,
oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
We're just setting up the conflict that the story has of him wanting the queen and Senna having the queen inside her, and Senna is protecting the queen.
To get back to her. Return.
I love that we play the "return my queen" in this shot because it shows the relationship between the two characters. We see her dirty in the foreground. That's what this is when you see her like out of focus. We call it dirty in the business. So we see her dirty in the foreground, and then we see him just with this big like motion. And so to have this motion, we want to show it in a wider shot so we encapsulate the viciousness that he's feeling, and then also establish the relationship between the two characters because the queen is living inside of Senna.
To get back to her. Return, my queen.
He is so menacing.
You will destroy this world.
She is my world.
That was this scene is sick, bro. Look at that. That is the key moment in this entire film. She is my world. That is the antagonist motivation for everything that he's doing. And that fast cut right there just made it, because like the whole point of him teleporting to her is for it to feel like very surprising, almost like a jump scare. So we emphasize that with the editing by doing a really quick cut in there. So he starts to teleport and we have this medium shot that we cut to for only a few frames right before we get into that close-up where it's like just freaking menacing. Watch how fast this cut is, and it really just jolts us and makes us feel that jump scare. So it happens in groups of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. And the sound just cuts out and we just hear him just say that in line so menacing. She is my world. Ooh, that's so good. Wow. And now everything's going crazy. It's freaking Infinity War up in here, bro. Watch out. This is League of Legends, so we gotta show all the other legends in the league, all the other champions, you know. Okay, Poppy. I love how we show her hammer first, and so like the real league lore people, they know like we show the hammer. It's either Thor or Poppy. I don't know which one, but like this is League, so it's gonna be Poppy. But we already know who it is. It's like a fun way to introduce a character. It's much better to show an insert, show a clear frame before you show the character, because it creates some intrigue. You're like, oh, who is it? There's like this mysterious figure. Like if we show someone just running around just destroying people, but we don't show their face, it creates engagement. We're like, oh, who is it? Who is doing this insane stuff? And we want to identify with that character. Man, she's going off. Like that little tilts up to remind us why we're fighting. Darius, no! Okay, so now we're introducing some more conflict. We're like, okay, the League people, they're BA, but you know what? They still have vulnerabilities. They're getting possessed by Viego. We're creating more drama. We need things to go wrong for our heroes. Lucian's just making quick work of those people, man. Dang. Oh, so now we have like betrayals. That was cool. I like that directing because it looked like Poppy was about to get bopped right here. But then like the freaking minions just get shredded for no reason. And the reason that was cool is because Vayne, her lore, she kills any magic person that she comes in contact with. And Poppy's like the freaking magic person of all magic persons. Everyone like who knows the story is expecting Poppy to just get bopped right here. But, so Poppy looks like she's about to kill Vayne, but oh, plot twist. They save each other's lives and they're fighting together. Oh, we love some speed ramps in a good cinematic, man. When you're watching fighting, it happens so fast. You don't get to absorb the details that's going on. So when you're showing fighting, it's also great to show speed ramps, show slow motion moments that show how insane the action is that's going on. It gives us time to absorb it. Okay. Wow. Okay, that was really cool, like animation directing, because as her spiral like goes around, it crosses the screen from right to left, and then we come into the next shot coming from right to left into this similar looking streak pattern with Lucian's gun as he's about to fire it. That's just good seamless editing because we match the motion of the smoke to the motion of the next shot to the streaky look that Lucian's gun has, and just all of those elements blended together makes the cut feel seamless and really fun to watch. Okay, now we're back to the main story at hand. Fighting over the Queen's soul. Oh, he saved it on this little like freaking force user, just like holding up rocks and stuff. Wow, there's so much drama. I love how his hair looks like it's underwater. Oh, Senna just bopped him. Wow. Senna's hurting. Bro, they're just like, how many cool effects can we just pack into this thing? Okay, what? All right. This is where I think some of the storytelling went a little awry here, because at the end of a story, it's really great for a character to have to make a difficult choice. And so Lucian here is making a choice. They're setting it up, they're filming it in a way where Lucian has a difficult choice. There's like, oh, I'm gonna kill Viego. Oh, wait, his minions are coming too. So now I have two options. They're like showing that literally he has two options by holding up both of his guns. But he really only has one option. His one option is to freaking save Senna. And the whole goal that we have going on here is our little blue orb. This is the goal. This is what both of the antagonist and the protagonist wants. Like, it would have been better if Viego here was walking towards his queen, and that way Lucian would have the choice between shooting Viego, saving the soul, the main goal of the entire thing, or shooting the like minion things and rescuing Senna, who is obviously like, they like each other, they're friends and stuff. Or I don't even know what the relationship is, but like maybe they're a little more than friends. I don't know. But like the way that they have it set up right now, he literally only has one option. He has to save Senna. And so I wish they did a better job with that. It's like, oh, save Senna. I really like how they slowed down time in that shot though, and created a riser to that moment. It felt really emotional, even though like logically it wasn't. They did a good job with the music. The noise he made is hello, my sweet. Why does he make that noise? Wow. And he gets covered by the mist. League of Legends.
We have to go back for her.
Senna, we can't defeat him alone.
And now it's video game trailer time. Heck yeah. So this looks like they're setting up for what's to come in the future of the story. Kind of setting up an Infinity War kind of thing. This kind of has like an Empire Strikes Back feel where you don't actually get the goal that you're wanting, but you end up with your friends and your life, and now it sets up the next movie, the next story for when we actually have to defeat the bad guy. So if you like this video, please check out some of my other videos. I react to a ton of other K-pop, lots of other things. Please hit that subscribe button and like the video. Jesus loves you. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.